Alright, this is take 3. I keep going over limit, so I'm going to start off and get the facts out of the way. This is a Rio Woodvil Mini. This is its battery. Use this battery. Do not use this battery. Do not use this battery. Only use the red AWIMRs. This is important. If you put the wrong battery in, this one in particular, the blue Trust Fire, it is such a tight snug, you got no play. No play. You really got to whack it to get the battery out. If this happens to short for any reason, which mine did, and I will get into that into a second, if it shorts, it has no play. You're going to set this thing on fire. Use the battery it's designed for. That's what I've been told he's designed it based around. This is the battery to use. Red AWIMRs, or ones that are the same size. They're millimeter shorter, you've got play. That play is safety. Alright, that's said. I didn't complain, I commented in the first video about the recessing of this switch. The switch is in the perfect spot. I have caught myself looking at this. If it was fully, I would have. If this was fully right down to the very bottom and supposed to being just up that half millimeter or that millimeter, I would be catching on stuff. Guaranteed. I've had my pocket and I know grabbing it. I've grabbed it and I could feel it as I'm pulling in my pocket. I'm like, if that was fully, I would be firing it off and then I'd be setting it off. It's turned off right now. All right. Wow, that went distance. All right. There's a reason why I went with the Jatoba wood. It is one of the strongest, hardest woods you have out there because Jay's clumsy and Jay doesn't want to break it, and so I grabbed the hardest wood I could get. So I have to talk about Rio. This one, when I did the last few videos, I have just kind of taken a good 10 minutes talking about Rio. He's phenomenal. So I'm going to recap the point form. Made purchase on Tuesday night. Within about 20 minutes later, I went, what batteries do I need? What charger do I need? What should I be doing? What do I need to pick up? Send an email to Rio, Rob something O'Neill. I don't have his card on me. I will put the information down below. And for the record, I am not being paid. I bought this for myself because it's my George. 15 minutes, he responds with a detailed answer, not just a quick AW bang. Now, on Tuesday night, he had 90 of these up. He must have had a billion emails, managing his website, dealing with the forum, because he was in on the forums as well. 15-minute response on his busiest night. Way beyond, way beyond. These are, I mean, there's a reason why these went on sale on a Tuesday night, 90 of them, and by Wednesday morning, the last one was bought. There's a reason for that, because these are damn good devices. I haven't found any significant issues with it. I found a few things that annoy me. I had an issue. I bought this on, oh, I gotta do the timeline. So, I'm bouncing around, trying to make sure I get everything all the way in. That's what she said. Got this ordered on Tuesday, email on Tuesday night, packet. He told us packaging on Wednesday, sale shipping on Thursday. Canada, you can see it sometime next year. It was basically all of our expectations. There was a number of us from Canada who got them. I went home on Thursday, I think on Thursday or Friday, me and Cactus Girl from ECF from here in Halifax decided, hey, let's get some batteries. We've got devices we need batteries for. So we ordered from batteries from somewhere down the States. She placed the order, so I don't know where it came from. I just know that I had to give her X dollars. And we figured batteries will be here long before it does. No, Monday morning, but we already know this because of the first video, I'm wasting time. Ha! I've spent an hour at this one video. This is killing me. So, device comes in, batteries finally make it. I use the device for 2 days. I take it to a beach day to show everybody because, hey, look at my new mod. And everybody in my work knows what I do, and they all think it's pretty cool. A couple of people think, oh, you're still addicted to some nicotine, and you're going to stop doing the nicotine. Whatever. Somewhere's on the way, I figured I must have gotten water into it because the day after beach day, the spring collapsed. And I panicked. I just spent 100 and I don't know what I spent on this. 150, 175, I forget what the price was. Spent a lot of money on this device for it to crap out 2 days after I bought or 3 days after I bought it. I panicked. So I go on the forums. Help! What do I do? My spring just collapsed. What's wrong? Rio responds within 4 or 5 minutes with a lengthy, the man must live on the forums or something, with a very lengthy email response. And he just said, look, it's not your fault. I thought this was, a newbie issue. He says, but it's happening far too often. He said something about, and I didn't understand it, so I'm not going to try to pretend to explain all of it to you. It had something to do with right in here. Something's not sitting right. A post is too high. It's maybe too wide. I don't remember. I didn't care. I didn't. Okay, so it's not my fault. I didn't screw this up. Cool. Send it back to me, Jay. Free of charge. Don't worry about it. I'll make it good. Enough said. Well, when I got this device, the week before, I had bought an MP1 Mr. Puffer, which I've since modified. I had bought this. I had bought the TTTE Liquids VMU. I had bought the guts to build a 5-volt box mod. I had bought something on the order of about 300 mils of juice. I've got about 800 mil on me right now. God. I had spent all my money, so I was like, I'm broke. I can't do this. I had also bought a whole whack of modding equipment. So I'm sitting there going, I want to use it. I want to use it. So I used my modest skills as an electrician, took off the broken one, because I'm just sitting there thinking, again, that it was my fault. So I put on a new spring. So the spring that you see in here is actually my spring. It's actually a little bit longer than what the spring that he originally had in there. His, I think, was a sprocket or had a few less coils. So I put a new spring in, and it has run since that day, no problem. So a week or so after that, I emailed back going, hey, it's all good. Don't worry about it, Rob. I've got it fixed. His response is, no, you really need to send it to me. I really want to know what's wrong with it. I really want to know why it's not working. Please just send it back to me. Any other vendor would have said, cool, see you later. And if it busts, it's on you. Rob is, no, I want to make sure that it's right. I want to make sure I know what's going on, because these are my devices. This is my name. He's proud of his devices, and there's a reason for it. The man can't keep up. So that's it. This is the device. It's going to go back probably sometime next week once my next paycheck comes through, because I'm flat-ass broke. Anyways, my eye's irritated. So, this is the device. This is one of those ID 10T moments. Turn it on, Jason. And it makes clouds of vapor. I'll just take up that one, so that didn't feel good. Surprised, I'm looking at the video, it's not showing up, but I'm seeing clouds of vapor. It makes nice vapor. Flavorful, warm. I am using a low resistance 510 on there. I also am using a low resistance 306, both of which I picked up from East Mall, and I'll be reviewing them down the road. Kind of had one of them already fall apart on me. I'm loving this device. I am really seriously going to hate sending it back. I am noticing there is a slight learning curve for a person who has never. My nose is so itchy. For somebody who's never had a juice mod, there is a slight learning curve in feeding the juice. Now, I'm not going to do it right now because it is fully juiced up. I've done this video over the last hour. I think this is my 4th time. If I do it again, it's going to flood. And if it floods, then I have to blow the addy out, and it's just not fun. But I will walk through the mechanism. Step 1, give it a nice squeeze. And you squonk it, and it's, push 2, 3, out. And you wait for a second to let it suck down as much juice as it wants to suck down, and then you go. Just a quick, dry, no push on the button. Pull. Just a quick I was going to say toot, but that's Grimm's word. Just quick pull. Give it a second again to let the juice get to where it needs to go, and then you guys didn't see the video of the vapor that time. And you're getting flavorful, full hits. I used my cool prodding device. Wow, I can't think of what it's called. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know, if you don't, then you don't really care. Popped in, tested it. Whatever the battery's reading, you're gonna get at the atomizer, at the connector. I don't have one of the ones you can put in there so you can see what it is under load. So I don't know what it's running at under load, but the batteries will go at 4.04 fully charged, and they'll stay up there for the better part of a long time. I go through 2 batteries a day, and I'm a pretty heavy vapor, so I'd say you're probably getting a good 12 hours, 6 hours per battery. That's me, that's the battery, and I could be wrong. I go through 2 batteries a day, and once the battery finally drops off, and I'm reviewing the battery, I'm not reviewing the device, and I have 2.5, 3 minutes to go before I'm going to have to do another god darn video, and I'm not doing it again. So, gripes. One gripe that I'm not annoyed with, but I'm not impressed with, and I'm probably going to be doing a fix for if I can figure it out. That you can't get that. Like, you try to get it from the bottom, you just don't got any grip. It's flush. The only way to get this out is to either knock the battery out and then flick it out, or you take your nail and you just carefully pull it up, and then you can get to it. And it's so snug up in there that the only way you can really get the lid off is you have to hold this at a really weird angle, pretty well this, and then you can undo it, and then you can see the tube that's on the inside. And it comes with a reducer tube for those who use pure PG. Everything I do is usually a mix of some sort. So that's my only gripe. It's not a big gripe, it's a bit of an annoyance, and my nose is still driving me up the wall. This thing takes a beating. I'm going to show you something. Rob is going to be cringing when he sees this. I'm sorry, dude. If you look at this, and if I can angle it just the right way, right here, there is a slight straight line. I'm getting a better angle. Right on that edge. The other day, and I've got 2 minutes remaining. The other day, this fell out. I keep in my shirt pocket. I leaned forward, and it plopped out. And I went to scoop to catch it. Well, no, I ended up throwing it, and the thing landed like this. The CR, I've got the CE, the Royal Smoker CE Clearomizer. Yeah, it's snapped. We'll talk about that later. And I dented it just ever so slightly, and I feel really bad about that. But other than that, I mean, I've dropped this on cement, and you can't tell. Like, normally if you've got dropped something that's a softer wood, you'll have pieces of it embedded. Nothing. This thing has taken a kick, and I'll be honest, I'm really impressed with it, and I'm really hating to have to send it back. 1 more minute. So, wrap up. Great device, easy use, no problems with it on the insides. The only problem that happened is potentially up there. More than likely, it was the ID10T user interface. Using it near a beach, dumbass. I like the bottom. It's where it's supposed to be. Surprise, surprise. This man knows what he's doing. He's a great vendor. If you have any questions, any problems, you go to him. He's there like that. My last 30 seconds, nothing less to say. He's great. He's a phenomenal person to deal with. In between him and Rhapsody's Fire, which is either an associate or his spouse, I don't know really the relationship there. Between the two of them, they're going to give you all the information you need. So I'm Jay the Vaping Guy. I'm down to the last 15 seconds. I'm going to say see you later, and hopefully the next video I do won't take me a full hour to film.